Today we're going to try Nighthawk beef patty and mashed potatoes meal. Beef patty and mashed potatoes meal. Excellent source of protein right here. Now, Nighthawk is a very interesting frozen brand that I only ever find in Walmart and like a couple of specific stores. Doesn't seem to be like as big as the others. I'm not sure if it's owned by somebody else. I guess not. It's Nighthawk Frozen Foods here on the back from Buda, Texas. So that explains why I see them a lot around here in Texas. But don't see them in too many other places outside of Walmart in other states. But yeah, they have like 10 different varieties of beef patty and mashed potato meal. They're all like this. They're all the same meal essentially. It's like, you know, we got Salisbury steak and meatloaf and like beef patty and gravy. Those are like three separate things, right? We got that. But they have like 5 other ones that is like beef patty with onion gravy. It's like slightly different. But they're all essentially beef patty and mashed potato meals. This one has corn, which is a little bit different, but yeah, they're all very similar. And apparently they have the Nighthawk Power 5 featuring magnificent corn-y, charbroiled, alada, and a tater-tastic, which I find very fun. You know, I like this packaging. It's very utilitarian, kind of old school, but I enjoy it. $3.48 at Walmart. Let me go ahead and open it up so I can show you what it looks like. And also we have conventional oven and microwave oven instructions. These cooking instructions above were developed to produce the best possible product in a conventional oven. However, times may vary, blah, blah, blah. Please increase or decrease cooking time to ensure whatever. Okay, yeah, nice disclaimer, but we all got it. I think I'm going to go ahead and let me look at it first. Okay, first of all, points for having 3 separate trays. This is like, they spent the extra like 3 cents to make it 3 trays, even though this is on the cheaper end of frozen meals at $3.49 or $3.47 or whatever it was. It's a cheaper end of the meals, but this looks good. This looks like a solid mashed potato, solid corn. Maybe a bit small on this side of the beef patty, but I like that it's an actual tray with 3 separate compartments. It feels old school, just like the box feels old school, which is something I appreciate. But I'm going to do the microwave because I'm kind of hungry and I don't want to wait for the oven. Remove meal from carton and cut 2 slits in the film cover. Microwave on high for 4 minutes. Carefully peel back film, stir potatoes and corn. Place the film back over the tray and cook for an additional 1 minute and 30 seconds and then let stand for 2 minutes. So, yeah, I'll be back in like 7.5 minutes, I guess, with a completed meal. All right, here's our Nighthawk meal, fresh out of the microwave. Don't look too bad, to be honest. It looks pretty good. Mashed potatoes don't look particularly good. They look a little gloopy, I'm going to be honest. A little bit gloopy, but there was cheese in them that was mixed in, so that might be part of the reason why. Corn is corn. We'll see. It doesn't look too bad. I shouldn't actually say that because some frozen meals, the corn is horrible. Like, they hit the worst quality corn imaginable, which I guess makes sense. This seems like it's okay. It doesn't seem like it's shriveled and dead. It seems like it's fairly vibrant corn. Let me stop talking and get a bite of this beef patty. This is a beef patty. It's not a Salisbury steak. We have mashed potatoes topped with cheese and cured bacon bits, a beef patty with gravy, and corn. So yeah, let me get a bite of this beef patty with gravy. Not Salisbury steak, not hamburger steak. It's a beef patty with gravy. You know, I'm fairly impressed with this Nighthawk meal, actually. As I was eating it, I was very surprised by the quality of it. Like, not like it's like super high quality, but it's better than I expected. I was kind of expecting like a banquet quality, but it's not that. We're talking like hitting above its price range level of quality. For example, the beef patty, it's really good, actually. It's one of the best frozen ones I've ever had, specifically because of the char-broiled kind of taste to it. And it's got the char marks on it, too. That's probably fake. You know, I doubt they're char-broiling any of these. But the fake char-broil taste of it is very accurate to real char-broil. It tastes good. It tastes like a patty that you just took off a grill, which is, you know, very inspiring for a frozen meal. I love that. I wish there was a little bit more gravy. That's my biggest beef, honestly, with this meal, is that there's not enough gravy for the patty. The patty tastes good on its own, though, but a little bit more gravy would be nice. Mashed potatoes, surprisingly delicious. I was not expecting good things, but they tasted like real mashed potatoes and not like frozen mashed potatoes, if that makes sense. So I had to look at the ingredients. Number one ingredient is mashed potatoes, which starts with water, potatoes, cream, salt, and buttermilk. That's it. 5 ingredients, and then they add the cheddar cheese on top. But the actual mashed potatoes are literally water, potatoes, cream, salt, and buttermilk, and it tastes like that. It tastes real. The bacon is a nice touch. I could do without the bacon, to be honest. Like, I like bacon taste. I don't need it necessarily in the potatoes, but I don't hate it either. It's a nice touch, I guess. And the corn, again, surprisingly high quality. Like, the whole thing has a quality to it of kind of like a home cooked barbecue kind of thing. Like, it feels like it was homemade. Like, the mashed potatoes were made by somebody. The patty was grilled like on a grill, and the corn tastes like really fresh for some reason. It tastes like literally like corn on the cob, but somebody sliced it off and made corn with it, like at a barbecue. It's very surprisingly fresh, and the ingredients list is surprisingly short. I mean, it doesn't it doesn't look that short, I guess, but compared to most other frozen meals, there's not really a lot of fake stuff in here. Like, the beef patty does have textured vegetable protein in it, the standard filler for beef patties of all frozen meals, but I don't mind that. And the charbroil taste takes it over so much that I don't think even people who don't like that flavor would be bothered by it, because the charbroil taste just kind of takes it over. And the corn is just corn. They didn't add anything to it. They got the gravy here: water, food, starch, modified beef broth flavor. That's it. Corn's corn. Beef patty is beef, water, and textured vegetable protein. That's it. So, yeah, not bad. Surprisingly decent quality level for what I thought was kind of like a cheap meal. But what this really feels like is like an old school frozen meal. It feels like a frozen meal from like the 90s, from when I was a kid, which I really love. Like, it has that kind of quality to it. It feels like an old school frozen meal. And it looks like one, and it tastes like one, and I love that. So I'm gonna give Nighthawk's beef patty and mashed potatoes a 5 out of 5. Like, I really genuinely loved this. Great throwback kind of meal, and I might try more Nighthawk meals in the future. I've kind of avoided them because I got the Salisbury steak one time and I didn't really like it. But maybe that's just because of their Salisbury steak formula, because this one with the charbroiled taste is excellent. So, yeah, check it out. Nighthawk beef patty and mashed potatoes meal. And with that, I will see you all next time.